Congratulations on understanding the Getting Things Done system to simplify your emails and simplify your life. Well, now that you understand this, I just want to give you a word of caution. Any system is a good system provided you use it consistently and apply it. Most of the time, we are unable to fulfill our promises and deliver the things that we have promised to do because we tend to overcommit. So here I would like to give you a word of caution. Beware of overcommitment. Whenever a new email, a new task comes up, you should really give it a hard look. Is it really necessary to do this work or not? It may be something that you would like to do, but because there are hundreds of things that you like to do, you got to be very choosy, very picky about what is it that you are going to do. Still remember what I told you from Warren Buffett? The difference between highly successful people and successful people is that the highly successful people say no to almost everything. Well, you got to bring that laser focus into emails as well. Is it really necessary? If not, simply dump it. Secondly, you should look at, is it really important? Is it something that you really cherish, that you value? Is it something that you really want to accomplish? It is really important for you. If not, dump it. Thirdly, you should look at it. Does it really have to be done now, or can it be done later on? Can you defer it? Can you delegate it to somebody else? Do you really have to do it yourself? And many times you will find out that this is not a must-have, it's not a showstopper, it's nice to have, so you can live without it. If you reduce the things in your life, it will be simplified, it will be easier. Otherwise, we will always be too stressed about them. So for emails, our rule is very simple. Touch an email only once. Once you touch it, apply the 2-minute rule. The 2-minute rule says it, if you can do it within 2 minutes, simply do it. All you need is 3 to 4 folders: to do, waiting, filing, reference. That's about it. Check email at scheduled intervals, every 2 hours, every 1 hour, every 3 hours, whatever works for you, depending on your nature of work and how anxious or paranoid you can be if you don't check your email. So 2 hours is a good time to get started with. That means first thing once you arrive, check your email once and process it as much as you can, and then decide, I'm going to take an email break for the next couple hours. During that time, I'm going to do the things that I have planned to do, and the next check will be after 2 hours. You switch off and close the email application so that you can focus on other things. Otherwise, email pop-ups and email reminders will keep coming throughout the time, and they will divert your attention. You will move on to other things and lose this time. Use search folders effectively. Outlook and Gmail have a fantastic inbuilt search mechanism that can help you instantly find a lot of emails that you are searching for. You can search not only by the sender name or the subject, you can also search based on the attachment type, by when it was sent, in which year it was sent, which project does it belong to, and etc. etc. I will provide some extra material at the bottom of this video so that you can find how to search effectively. Use the to and the CC list very carefully. Put somebody's name in the to only if they have to take action. Keep them in the CC if they just need to be notified. Don't put everybody's name in the CC and don't put everybody's name in the to list. That way everybody gets confused. I will think you will do and you will think somebody else will do, in which case nobody would do it. Finally, use the rules. You can create new rules in Outlook or Gmail or any other email software so that incoming mail can be automatically channeled to different folders. Watch for instructions below this video for how to do this. Following these simple tips will simplify your email and simplify your life. Give it a great shot, and I am sure you will be very happy by applying these simple principles. I would like to share with you a very simple priority based system that should guide all your decisions. So it's a very simple thing. Let's quickly look at it. The urgency and priority matrix simple states that there are 4 different things that can happen. The urgent and the important, that's quadrant 1. Quadrant 2 is the not urgent but important. Quadrant 3 is urgent but not important, and quadrant 4 is the not urgent and not important. So in your emails and in your life, in all the projects, the things that you are doing, everything will fall into one of these areas. Well, how do you choose which ones to focus on and what to do? The urgent and the important are really the fire, the crisis, the urgent, the must do right now. They are very important and extremely urgent. Quadrant 2 activities are the not urgent and important, means, for example, setting up a backup for your computer. It's important but not urgent. I mean, nothing will break loose if you don't take a backup for a day. But if you don't take it for a whole month or for a whole year, and if something goes wrong, then you will be cursing yourself. Why didn't I take the backup? Why didn't take a single backup? So it's important but it's not urgent. So generally these kind of things tend to be overlooked because they are not urgent. Quadrant 3 activities are the urgent but they are not very important. So it could be something that your boss or your colleagues want you to do. It's urgent, it's a emergency, not really emergency but something really urgent, just that it's not very important for you or for the company. So this is quadrant 3 activities. And the 4th quadrant, not urgent and not important, they are simply the time waster things. They don't help you in any way. So what should you do when you are looking at each of these sections? Let's look at it. We have the 4 quadrants and you should analyze and see where do you spend your time most. From my analysis of talking to hundreds and hundreds of delegates who come to my seminars, I have found out that most people spend most of their time in solving quadrant 1 and quadrant 3. These are the urgent, whether important or not important. Quadrant 2 hardly gets any time, and amazingly quadrant 4 activities, not urgent and not important, they take a huge amount of our time. Well, that's where the time gets wasted. So what should you do? Well, very simple. Don't waste. Look at each thing and decide, is it helping me towards my goals? As you begin to reduce your Q4 activities, you will free up all this time that goes into Facebook, social media, that may not be directly helping you towards your goals. Yes, it's nice, and I'm not saying don't do it completely, but put maybe less time on it. Once you reduce your Q4 activities, it will free up time for your Q1, Q2 and Q3 activities, which is good. Now you got more time and you can get more done, but you can even get better value than this. Q3 activities are really urgent but not important. Therefore, you shouldn't be putting your time on such activities. Find out a way how you can delegate them to others. Maybe you have subordinates who can help you to do it, because that's not really the best use of your time. If somebody else can do it for you, a freelancer, or you could outsource it, that is better. Generally, freelancers are much cheaper compared to the time you would have to invest in if you were to do it yourself. So once you delegate this Q3 work, you would have freed up your time even more. So now, as you can see, you have so much more time which only goes into the Q1 and Q2. Now what's common here? They are both important. So that's great. You should do more of these. However, between the two as well, generally people tend to spend more time in the urgent and important, which is Q1. These are the emergencies and the fires. My recommendation is that as you focus and put more time towards your Q2 activities, which are important but not urgent. These are the setting up proper policies, procedures, spending time with your team members, training them, mentoring them, coaching them, planning for quality, planning for risk, planning to be ready when problems happen. If you put in more time in quadrant 2 activities, over the long term, it will help to reduce the number of emergencies, the number of problems that arise, and more of the Q2 activity will help you to reduce the fires, the problems. So more time spent in quadrant 2 activities would actually reduce your quadrant 1 activity. Really, you should be putting all your time into quadrant 2 as much as possible. The important things which are not at the mercy of the urgent things. These are the things that matter the most. So very simple thing, look at it and see, is it a time waster? Can I delegate it to somebody else? If I am going to put in my time, is it a quadrant 1 or quadrant 2? And over the period, try to do more quadrant 2, which frees up your quadrant 1 time and reduces the stress and frees up more time for the things that matter the most. Now, in all the things that I shared with you, where is the value? You know, over the different generations of time management, initially we started by using list-based systems, notes and checklists, which we realized don't always work. Then people moved on to calendars and started using calendaring applications, thinking that Outlook or Gmail or some kind of calendar will take care. The third generation was to move towards a priority based system, and this helps to find where is the value, where should you put your time the most, which we said was the quadrant 2 activities. Well, the point is, you need to take something from all of these systems. The checklists are important, the notes are important, your calendar is important, and your priority based system helps you to choose the right thing to do. This is really now focusing on the results and focusing on the goals. So rather than only thinking list or a calendar, think how to get the maximum result, how to get the highest result and highest value. That is what is going to help you. So proper planning, that's top down, will help you. Weekly reviews will help you. Daily reviews, weekly reviews, as well as proper planning, that's top down, and doing the GTD methodology, that's the bottom up. When you close the loop, you make sure that nothing falls through the cracks and everything gets done, the right things get done, the most important things get done. That's what matters the most to you. So I hope you will find value in this email and time management tips. Thanks for watching. All the best.